Hey everyone, what's going on? I was meant to make a video yesterday, but I just got so busy. I was going to make one this morning, but I got busy. Just full on, but busy in a good way. I got two new clients and then another one prospective. So fingers crossed, man. That's always a good sign, right? Anyway, I want to briefly talk about sets. Because in the industry, there's like two sides of the coin. There's people that say you should only be doing, between 2 to 6 sets. That's more than enough, provided you have the right intensity. I think that's Chris Beardley, the new guru now. And then the person that was his, before him, where I think Chris Beardley must be his successor, is Brad Schoenfeld. Or maybe Brad Schoenfeld is still up at the top of the food chain, if you will. I don't follow any of this, to be honest, man. Most of my feed is now animals and Diablo 2 or what have you. But every now and again, fitness comes up, obviously, especially now that I make content about it. But I believe Brad's somewhere in between 40 to 50 sets, right? Which sounds ridiculous. I mean, both of them sound pretty ridiculous when it's in isolation. Like if you say, 2 sets a week is more than enough, or like 50 sets, like they're both too extreme, right? So obviously it's going to lie somewhere in the middle, perhaps. But anyway, I'll make this real quick because my wife is bathing my daughter and time is of the essence. And I want to keep uploading because it helps with my, confidence of putting myself out there. This is like a skill that it's almost like when you keep going to the gym and going and falling off. I want to keep this up. So anyway, sets. I got my notes here, so I'm just going to read off so I don't waste your time. So there's two camps. I've already discussed this. Two camps on how many sets one should be doing to maximize a muscle. The reality is this. One, every muscle is going to be different because when we talk about novice, intermediate, and advanced, you might be novice in a certain exercise but advanced in another. So I might be advanced in bench pressing right now, but I might be novice when it comes to forearm training. I know these are two completely different and extreme examples, but I'm just trying to illustrate my point. Also, it also depends on your training age, your chronological age, and also the exercise that you do. So, for example, if you're someone who's 40 and you're nasty strong but people's standards, and you do free weight compound exercise like bench press and squats, then your ability to tolerate multiple sets is going to be severely hindered. Add in the fact that someone's lean as well. So you're lean, you're 40, you've been training 25 years, and you do big compound free weight movements or calisthenic, heavy calisthenic movements, then there's no way you're going to be able to do 40 or 50 sets, even if you tone down the intensity, even if you do like say 50% intensity. What is it? I think 40% is more than enough intensity to induce hypertrophy, but you just have to make up for it by the amount of reps and sets, etc. But the thing is, what's going to happen is, one, it's actually, I'll talk about this more when I talk about reps, but there's a reason why, you can't keep doing something, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. What else? Like even myself, I use like undulating velocity periodization training, and I just totally made that up, but that's what I call it. There's block periodization, concurrent periodization. Mine's undulating velocity periodization. I can only squat and deadlift heavy once per week. I did it 3 times a week, high bar and conventional, for about 2 months, maybe 10 weeks when I had my hiatus off YouTube. And it was going good, and I was like actually lifting heavy, like over 400 for the deadlift, consecutively. Same with the squat, reaching up to 300 pounds. But what happened was mentally I was drained, and physically I started getting shoulder pain. So the shoulder pain is not from benching, or specifically from benching, or even like lateral raises or what have you, but it's the accumulation of doing lateral raises, doing bench presses, any sort of pressing movement, and even squats where you have to really kind of externally rotate that. The shoulders. So it took a beating. So my muscles, it works really good for my muscles, but when it comes to joint tendons, ligaments, that's going to take time, unfortunately. And my ship has sailed. I can't do that. So now I have to do variations, which I'll talk about in another video. If I was younger though, maybe not as lean, maybe not as strong, then most likely my overall volume, like the total sets, would be more, I could tolerate more. And a lot of people will mistake this as like, now that you might be doing less, you're going to be smaller. If you do more, you're going to be bigger. Not necessarily, and this is my nuanced take, and maybe people have said this before. The more sets you need just means that you need to smash that area more due to lacking mind muscle connection. You know, the exercise not being the right fit, the perfect fit for you, and because you're probably like not as strong as you think yourself to be. So you know, you can't think of it like, oh, I'm older now, or I have to do less volume or less sets. Perhaps those less sets are just a little bit more efficient now because you really have locked in, you know exactly how to move with that bar, or you know exactly where to the range of motion where it feels best, etc. So don't always think that more is better or less is worse. That's what I'm trying to get at. And the opposite is true. If a dashing young man like myself, when I was younger, yeah, right, with a full head of hair, and was a beginner who only did leg extensions, leg curls, and the adductor abductor, i.e. good girl, bad girl machine to build up the legs, they may be able to handle 10 plus sets multiple times per week. They may maybe be able to get to 40, 50 sets, hard sets, because some of those movements, like let's say a prone or lying leg curl or leg extension, they're in the shortened bias. So like you can supposedly recover from them pretty quick. Even when you push yourself to failure, like think about it. When you go really heavy on a squat variation, let's just say the high bar back squat, the front squat, 2 sets of very heavy 6 or 8s, even 10s, whatever. By that second set, the third set, you're kind of contemplating, should I keep going? Like, I'm breathing heavy. It's been 20 minutes now. Like, is this a really efficient use of my time? And if I did another set, will I get the same amount of reps, et cetera, et cetera? But with the leg extension, no matter how hard you go, I've never gone to failure because I'm a pussy with the leg extension. It hurts too much. Same with the leg press. But let's just say, I've seen my clients do it. So let's just say one of my clients, he goes hard, man. He just pushes himself to the limits. And he has a break, like he's huffing and puffing, like that leg extension was killer. He'll probably be back into it in 2 minutes if he wanted to. You know what I mean? Like the only thing that's going to stop him is perhaps like tendinopathy. Like he keeps doing it, and then like, oh man, I'm feeling my knees now, or like I've got hamstring tendonitis, or whatever the case may be. You know, so there's all these roads that you travel. There's going to be a dead end at some point, unfortunately. Yeah, like, again, I don't know if I discussed this because sometimes I look at a point for 10 seconds and ramble on. But think about a hack squat or back squat. Even though they're different and they're very different to leg extension, one of them is squat pattern and the other one's just a knee extension in isolation. No matter how hard the leg extension set was, yeah, I've already discussed this. If you just push to failure, you can still recover. So the argument of how many sets should one do and if low volume beats high volume is pretty dumb. Optimal is a moving target, and it really depends on the current version of yourself, literally. So the less stress that you have, if you're detrained, or if you're like now you've trained, you've really locked in, and like making progress is very, very difficult, blah, 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 blah. Like that's all going to really depend. And the exercise selection, do you connect with it or do you not? Is it isolation? Is it a compound? Do you gel with it or do you not gel with it? So there's all these things. So you're going to really have to figure this out for you, or you hire a coach who's really into and who really cares about, you know, your progress, i.e. me, to figure that out for you. You know what I mean? Put it this way. If I do 2 sets of direct, and this is my example, this is for me, this is actually me. If I do 2 sets of direct tricep and bicep work, I get tendinopathy. And that is most likely because I focus heavily on compound free weight movements, squats, like I discussed, the force external rotation, bench presses, rows, pull-ups. I don't know why it said they force external rotation, but basically they're using my arms, like they're still putting stress on them. You know, rows, pull-ups, presses, all that. And perhaps because I'm lean, like I just posted on my post, if you look at, you know how these like videos, shorts, playlists, posts. If I just posted my current physique as of today, and I'm pretty lean. I'm not absolutely shredded, but I'm pretty lean, and I'm about 3 kilos away from having striated glutes. My glutes are getting leaner as well. What is it? Yeah, so literally, I do because I get tendinopathy. I do one set of biceps on Monday and one set of triceps on Friday. Both exercises gone to failure on variation that truly connect with me. They're stable. They allow me to brace and they allow me to go to failure safely and really push it to the point that concentric velocity is really slowed down. Now, someone might look at it and be like, "Wow, I guess Chris Beardsley's right." Not really. Like that's what works for me, and given my circumstances, given the exercises that I do, that only I can replicate at this home gym, this environment, due to the ingenuity and how my gym is designed. But you might have something similar where it just really connects and you're advanced or you're getting older, or now that you've done it for so long, you know how to really connect with it. And basically, I did say that. I think, is there any other points? No, that's it. But yeah, hopefully that has helped you in regards to, determine what is the perfect set range. No one can really tell you. They can even give you a ballpark, but that doesn't mean anything. There's a bell curve and you might be unique. Chances are you're going to be in that bell curve. Let's just say, I don't know, 6 to 10 or whatever it is, the optimal set range. But you might fall on either side of the spectrum. You might be blessed where you might need one set. Or that might be a curse to you. Be like, well, I like spending time in the gym. I know a lot of people that just want to go to the gym. Well, for me, as much as I love it, I just want to get in and get out because I like that balance. I like looking forward to it, So yeah, hopefully this has given you some value. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully. Rest assured, I want to keep making these. And yeah, peace.